In this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can extrude a profile along a path. So how we can do what is called also a sweep. And we need a profile, we need a closed shape to create the shape that we're going to extrude. And then we need a path, which can be an open curve or a closed curve. And that's going to be the extrusion path. So we're going to extrude the profile along a path, or the shape along a path. So let's start from the beginning here. I'm just gonna create a new general file, and I don't want the cube here. I just wanna create the profile first. And my suggestion is switch in 2D. So click on the Z. So you're gonna visualize the epsilon and the X. So you are in 2D. And if you have difficulties in using these really simple commands, you can give a look to the Blender video course, the basic lessons at the beginning, and all the others also in the video channel. You can see other videos and video guides and so on. So I'm going to start by creating the road profile. And again, you can create any custom profile. This is just an example. The first thing I want to suggest is to go to Edit Preference and to go into Add-ons. And here, search for Extra and activate the Curve Extra objects. So you're going to have like extra objects that you can use, extra 2D objects. And that's it. So this is the first suggestion. And now let's start to add the curve that we're gonna then modify. Now you can start with something that is really close to what you have in mind. So perhaps I need a kind of a C shape to do the road, but I don't find anything. Let's see here. There is some rectangle that perhaps can be used, but again, you probably won't find every time. Yeah, this is a profile of a beam, and this could be good for creating like pillars and beams and structures in architecture. But let's click here and let's see if we have something else. No. See, okay, yeah, we have. This could be really similar to a road, but this is just an example. I want to show you how you can do this from the beginning. So let me just go back, and here I would create the shape myself by starting with a simple line. So you can select a line. Now the line here can be also adjusted a little bit. And first of all, I need a poly, because Bezier is going to be a curve, and I don't want a curve. I want something straight. So it's going to be a poly. And then, this is in 3D. If we switch, so that's not really okay, because we want this to have to be in the work plane. So we want this to be 2D. So let's just change here the Z to 0. So now it's 2 meters, 2 meters, 0. These are the coordinates. Now you can work with coordinates here. You can select each single points and work with the coordinates also right here in the item. So if you select this, you can set up the coordinates, or you can work with the snap. So let's first work with the coordinate. Let's say that I want here the base of the road, and it's gonna be 8 meters on the x-axis and 0 meters on the epsilon. So you can see it's a straight line and it's 8 meters long. Now the other way we can continue here to create is to go to edit mode and use these drawing tools. And you have the extrusion, you have the curve pen. I'm gonna use the curve pen here. And so with the curve pen on, I can start to click and define the other, the position of the other points. So for example, if I wanna go up here 1 meter, I can click here, but that's not gonna be precise. So you can see it's gonna place a point there. But to be precise, we need to switch. Well, let's turn off this one here. We don't need it right now, proportional editing. And let's turn on the snap to the increment. And in particular, we want the snap to the grid. And let's see if it works. Otherwise, we need to fix it later. Now, if I zoom in, you can see there are some mistakes right there. And if you work in 3D, that's going to be an issue. So you remember to work in 2D. But again, we will fix everything later. Now you can see that here I can see better what I'm doing, and this is wrong. So you can see how the perspective can be deceiving. So I want to click the next one right here, and then I want to go here and insert the other point, and then I want to go up. Now before we go up, let's check another method. So the other way you can do this is with the extrude. So you click on the plus, and then you press epsilon so that you go up on the epsilon, and this is more precise, as you can see. So it actually snaps, but you need to click on the plus again and define the axis. So you need to change from X to epsilon, and that's it. Those are the two options. Now to close the shape, we can use another tool. So let me move here to the move tool and right click, and let's search for the cyclic option. There you go, or Alt C. This is gonna basically create a closed loop out of your shape. So if I do toggle cyclic, it's gonna be closed. Now you cannot see it here, but there is a line, a black line that represent like the closure in there. Okay, now you can see that these points look fine, but you can also check here if everything is correct. You can again work more precisely with the parameters, or you can just click and drag and place these points more accurately. So if I started with the C shape from the beam that I created previously, I could rearrange these points. Now let's make also a sidewalk. So I want to increase here the size of this, which will be my sidewalk. And also here, so it's going to be 2 meters, and this is going to be up here. So the brighter lines represent 1 meter. The smaller lines represent 10 centimeters. And if you go even closer, then you have like millimeters and so on. So the grid is regenerating and it's changing according to the zoom. Okay, now if I want to make a bigger road, I can click and drag this here. So this is going to be now, if we select this point, we already know that this is going to be 10 meters right here. So it's here we can find all the information. Okay, now that we have our custom profile, let's switch to the path. Now for the path, again, I'm going to add here a curve, and well, I want to do a curve right now. I don't want to do a straight polyline. So let's use a path actually. So the standard path is this segment right here. So if we switch to edit mode again, we can see that it has 5 points. We can also change that, but that's going to be fine for now. And now I can start to move the points. So let's say that my road or my extruded profile is going to start from here. So this is going to be the starting point, and then these will be all the other vertices. And you can see that this looks like a straight line, a polyline, but is not. You can see that there is a curve inside. That curve is going to be the one that is going to be left off when I'm going to exit the command. So I want to create some like turns here. I don't want to have like something too straight, so I'm going to rearrange this, and that's it. So you can see we have this curve, and now let's exit this. There you go. So we go into object mode. The origin is right there. It's fine, but if you want, you can right click and set the origin closer. So let me see here, object mode, right click and set origin, and do origin to geometry. So it's going to go near that line. And also you want to make sure that the origin is also here closer to this other profile. So let's select the path. Let's go here in the object data properties. And here, if you want to do something perfectly 2D, you can switch to 2D. If you want something in 3D, you can use 3D, which means that if I now go back to edit mode, I can also push these points up so that this can be like a 3D shape, well, a shape that it's like moving in 3D, is not like flat on the x epsilon work plane. Now this can be moving into the Z, so into the space in 3 dimension. This one here needs to be in 2 dimensions. So you want to make sure that this is perfectly 2D. So you click here and select 2D. Okay, now select the path, go down and go to geometry, go to bevel, and this is where you create the sweep. So if you use the standard round sweep, you're gonna create a tubular shape. So it's like a tunnel or like a wire or a tube. So you can also fill the holes there. Then you can use the profile, which will let you create your profile right here. So you can click and change this. You can make it whatever you want. And also you want to increase the resolution by using this. So it's gonna look more accurate. And the third option is to use your custom object. So if you click on object, click on the picker and click on your custom object right there. So you can see now we created the road with the sidewalks. Now, if I want to have this looking a little bit better, we can select this and take off um, the smooth. So if you go here to active spline, let's turn off the smooth, so it's gonna look better and straight and not too soft. But also you can convert this into a mesh, and you can also here change it to smooth, into auto smooth, or into flat, depending on your needs. Now I want to still work with the curve, so I'm gonna go back and I want to convert this into a mesh yet. So you can do this. You can also do cyclic, which means that it's gonna close this as a loop, but we don't want to do that. You want to do that right here. And also here you can take off cycling, and well, cyclic is good here, but you want to take off the smooth so it doesn't appear smooth. Okay, now that we defined the two things that we need, so also change here the shading so we can see better. So now that we have the profile and the path, we can adjust it both. So here I can, first of all, I can increase the resolution. So it becomes more curvy if I want it more curvy, or I can decrease the resolution if I want it more straight. Then I can go back to edit mode and I can still change the position of the points, and this is gonna affect the way my road is gonna look like. So this could be like a roller coaster, could be anything, a railing, whatever. And also I can change the profile. So if I select the profile, and let's say that I go here and go to edit mode and I want to make a larger road, I can click and drag. You can see it's creating now a larger road. Or it could be like a higher sidewalk or whatever. So you can dynamically change the result here by addressing the initial shape. And this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. You will find more video guides and also other courses in Blender and other 3D software in the channel. Please support us. If you want to thank us, join the channel as a supporter. If you want to help us, you can also subscribe and check our other video guides and video courses, stay updated. So thanks for watching and see you in the next.